All right, welcome to Fix It Bill's Garage. Where we're at with the 74 Shovelhead, we've got the motor out of the frame and we're in the process of doing considerable amount of cleaning. This bike sat for 5 years. Front cylinder was disassembled down to the piston swinging on the rod. Had a lot of corrosion buildup on it, so we decided we needed to take the whole motor down, have the whole motor serviced. So we're waiting to take it out to a machine shop. Currently Sturgis is going on right now, so everybody's kind of out there. So as soon as they get back from Sturgis, we'll run it down to the machine shop and have them take a look at it. But this skid plate down here had probably about 1.5 inches of oil and grime buildup on it, as well as the bottom of the motor and all over the starter and the transmission and all that stuff. So all up in here was just caked full of a whole bunch of stuff. So we got most of it cleaned out. We still got to do some more cleaning on it. You can kind of see I haven't cleaned off the starter. It had just tons of grime built up on it, and so we did hose it down with a little bit of degreaser before we pulled it apart, but that's where we're at. So we got the inner primary off right here. You can see where they blocked off the oiler, the return, you know, and all that. So everything looks good in there. So far, we're going to clean up all the surfaces on it and get everything ready to put it all back together when we get it back. So we had to pull down the cylinders. Here's where we're at with the rear cylinder. Line some of these other tools I've got out. I'm doing some home projects. So here's our rear cylinder here. So she's not in too bad a shape. She does have some scoring a little bit on it. But the rear cylinder, the front cylinder is pretty bad, and it's going to have to be bored out. So we're probably going to have the rear cylinder bored out as well. Going to have the head gone through. We're going to have the bottom end. We're going to have the cases split open on this thing. And all right, let's turn on some light over here so we can see the engine. So here we are. We got her down to where we still got the cam and lifters in. Lifter blocks, cams in, pistons are still on the rods, and we got the charging system on. So we'll probably pull the charging system off of this because they don't need that to put the motor back together. I can put that all back on myself. So we'll just probably leave it in this condition. So that's where we're at with it. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up just a little bit more. We got quite a bit of grime still down on the bottom end. So we'll get her the rest of the way cleaned up as best we can. And we're going to take her down to the machine shop and let them go through it and do their thing. And so in the meantime, we're going to go through everything, get all cleaned up, prep, ready to go. As far as I know, when this bike was taken into the shop for base gasket leak on the front cylinder, that it was a running bike. It just leaked a little oil from the base gasket or whatever. Apparently a lot from... It definitely was a leaker from all the oil and the grime that was underneath. So probably primary leak, probably cases were leaking. Even the cam cover looks like it was probably leaking. So everything pretty much leaked on this bike as far as I know. So, but we're gonna go through it. We're gonna have a shop go through the motor, seal it all up. Probably gonna go with, right now it's bored 10 over. So hopefully we only have to go 20 over, maybe 30 to get the cylinder redone. But as you see here, all this corrosion that's built up around the cases, and there was corrosion on the rod and down where on the connecting pin in between the two. So all down in there, she had a bunch of corrosion on it. There's still a little visible, you can see right there, that's all over the rod. So this was just swinging in the air, open to the air. The rear cylinder was on it, but the front cylinder was pulled apart. So that's where we're at. We got everything kind of laid out. We're going to get everything all cleaned up, spiffied up. We're not in the restoration business. We're in the preservation business. So we're preserving this bike and getting her back on the road for miles and miles. Stay tuned.